Can you hear me? Everything looking good. Looking like we're okay. I can't hear anything apparently tonight because my earbuds ain't doing nothing. Maybe I'll just throw you back in there for the rest of the night. Hello, Zeeks. Get her coffee going here. Happy Sunday to everyone. I'm gonna be doing stuff with cherries and red skin potatoes and Burgundy wine. Got the cabbage still. Got pork still. Got even more pork for tonight. I don't know if I would call these red or black. Seasonally, they're black, but they look rather red. I was actually a bit upset. I went to a decent farm stand, not a farm market, but a farm stand, and I had been there previously and knew they'd just been putting out cherries just the other day. Not a single thing left. Make some then. Some good stuff. It's getting sort of late though. I mean, 8 o'clock. It's pretty late for coffee. Hey, Zahara. 5 p.m. is even a little late for me, but then again, 4:30 is the norm, so I'm still off to the left here, setting things up here lately. I'll turn that off there. Choices, choices. Choices, choices. Let's see if I can get this earbud to work for me. Why are you staring at the ceiling, camera? Nope, I still don't get anything in my ear. Oh well. Camera control. Where have I hidden that? That needs to be pinned. Yeah, it's looking for some stars. Come on, you gonna open program? You opening for me? Here, we'll just do that. That worked. Hey, now the program shows up. Cheers, chat. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're gonna move this fan for during the stream. I think I need this fan on me. Whew. Since the AC in my house here, the little window AC I have for my little one-bedroom home here, is over in that corner. It blows air towards the center of the room, but this room really gets the majority of it. And so I often have my little mini fan here shooting air downwards towards living room, and big fan in the living room air this way. Trying to get that Guess no music for me tonight. Hey, Cosmic. Alright, let's start by melting down this stock. I'm going to be using this bag of stock in two things here. It's so annoying that they send that at like dinner time, even modern day, when most people eat all different times, but payment reminder for something I have on autopay that isn't even due today. So what do we start with here? What do we start with? Potatoes are a bit larger than I really sort of wanted. Even though this was the smaller option, getting them in the bag here.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Kimchi's in the way. Stay pizza. I have leftover pizza. get our cabbage cooking first here, since that's going to, well, it's the most flexible in time cooking. We can just let this simmer and simmer and simmer, and the more it cooks, the better it is, in my opinion. I'm sure there's people who love cabbage who will disagree with my opinion there, but the more I can make this taste like crunchy pork, the better, in my opinion. Apologies for starting a bit late tonight. I'm still behind, as you can tell. There's still dishes and there's still... But hey, hi chat. Hey Zeeks. So I think I've nailed the whole CPU use thing with this reformat. I'm currently sitting at 3.3% CPU use. Ooh, box taping. So are you getting efficient with it? Or are you still like, okay, wrap it 5 different ways. Seal every fold. I'm wondering why that's not working either. Huh. Is this showing, or is that available here? Oh, they're not showing up there. Huh. We might not have camera control tonight. We'll see. Let's see. Give me a moment here. If we do have camera control, it's only going to be a good portion of them, not all of them. Let's see here. Oh, I know why it is. I don't have the mix it up thing for that going. Oh, and they all are there. Okay, cool. There we go. Nice. There's something else I forgot to install. I've only got one red onion to use for tonight, and so I'm going to use a yellow onion with this. I have a pretty good feeling the color in this one's going to be nice and red, regardless. Need to go one layer deeper on this one. There we go. Hey, Frosty. If you're new in, the scramble's gonna take a second to start. Hi, Nomu. I think so too, Noimu. It's been a great challenge for a menu idea. You know what? Let's use the orange one in with this. Or maybe a yellow? I've got a whole bunch of yellow. Let's use a yellow. Hardest color. Ooh. Probably blue. It's a very unnatural color, other than blueberries, which... Alright, so we're gonna start over here with our veggies, getting started here with our cabbage. Throw a little oil in the pan. Salt, pepper, MSG. Garlic powder and ancho chili powder. go ahead and add in our ham hock. Gonna have to open one of these bottles of wine. Come on, bite. I know it's the wrong bottle opener for you. All right, some wine going in here. Some chicken stock going in there. And all of our cabbage is going in there. Hit that with a bit more salt over the top. And just let that go. That gets to simmer and cook down into a delicious stew of greenage, or purplage rather. Let's just pull this off of the stove for tonight. All right, so we got those cooking. Let's get going on dessert. Let's start in on dessert here. It's cooking a bit hot, so I'm gonna turn that down. Now that it's up to a nice boil all together. Just a temp where it'll just somewhere around between a boil and a simmer for your burner, where you can keep it at that same level. I don't know. Hopefully, most of you cooked on your stove enough to know, you can keep your water boiling at that point on your stove. Maybe just slightly less than that. Need you again later. For those wondering what the wine for tonight is, it is the epitome of that. There are fancier versions, there are fancier labels than Louis Jadot as far as this, but it's pretty much where it's at. Let's see what we got for the description. Origin: fruit from the Côte d'Or and Côte Chalonnaise. That I'm absolutely butchering that name. Gives this wine depth and concentration. Aged in French oak for 9 months. Pinot Noir grape. Flavor: plums, raspberries, and cherries on the nose, fresh fruit on the mouth, and balanced acidity and smooth tannins on the finish. Pairing: roasted chicken, pork, or grilled fish. Cleaning out a bowl here to use for the cherries. Oh, I always have had the subtitles. I did recently make them slightly larger because I thought they were just barely too small to see on a mobile. Why am I getting these out into, well, that works too. I can use that. Makes it easier to grab than out of the bag. thanks for hanging out with me, Maneo. Hopefully you are well. What am I doing? Awesome. Japan. I don't know why I said it like that, but Japan is cool. Actually, here the housing there is a great deal right now, at least compared to maybe what's normal or expected of such a highly developed culture, because everyone's getting old. The US is going to have that issue soon too, but we'll have Japan to save, or not Japan, we'll have Japan to save us too, but we'll have Mexico to save us, who's slightly younger. I don't know how many cherries I'm going to do. I'm going to do at least this bowl, I think. But we need enough cherries to fill the bottom of my nice large cast iron. If I get any pits in there, it's my own fault. I really like this cutesy little thing. I've had this for a couple of years now. Well, decade now. Really good for cherries and for olives. Not sure what that was. That wasn't the pit, but it was something hard. Thank you, I appreciate that, Maneo. Wow, it's got to be early there now. I'm thinking times. It's got to be morning time. Oh no. Got cherry juice on my cutting board. No. Bad enough that it's gonna stain my hands all up. Oh, since it's morning, Ohio. This too loud on the speakers? I just thought about that. This snap's probably pretty loud. So we got some cherries. Got some leftover cherries. I'm gonna use these for both. Well, I'm looking at that bowl. I'm like, you could have done more, Jay. Let's do a few more. Let's not be that lazy. Let's do a few more. Ezra, thank you so much for that sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means I need to ask you your choice of flavor. Oh, Discord, why don't you capture? There we go. What is your favorite choice here of these lovely choices here? I'm going to be making jam next month. And whichever choice
Dollar message.
chat chooses, I'm going to make. So raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, plum, peach, orange, or apple cinnamon. Apple seems to be the favorite to start. Do not have a preference, Ezra? Oh, hey, it helps if I try and edit it actually in Discord. Find me a mom joke generator. That isn't a person. I don't even remember what the website is, but the dad joke thing is just pulling, using an API to pull jokes from a dad joke generator. Alright, there, that's all of them. That's all of them. We're done. Okay, got that and that. Got that going. We got this chilling. We need one more pot for tonight. This is gonna go. Oh, let's let that cook a little bit longer. I'm gonna put that on the back burner though. Same thing as the other night here. It's nice 3 big slices off of this. Next, we're gonna swap these two. Bring that over here, that over here. Knock that back down to something reasonable. This is the better higher heat burner. Almost tempted to throw all, no. We'll save it. Use it on Tuesday, maybe. No, don't fall. Ah. Okay, oil nice and hot over there. Let's go ahead and move the camera over real quick here so that you can see what all is going on here. You would think they would associate the sizzle with food. That's cherry juice. No, I still have the WD-42. That's only because I haven't recycled it. Because I have to recycle it in special places. Hit the other side with some salt. We'll give these all a flip. I'm not sure if that played or not, Cosmic. Or if I missed it, or I can't hear anything tonight, including alerts and all that. For those that haven't been following along on the Discord, I have actually completely reformatted this computer, this system, and reinstalled everything. So while things are working so much more smoothly, there's still a few hiccups here that I haven't figured out from, like, I didn't install everything in my Stream Deck because there's all the plugins for Stream Deck. Like, I did the backup of Stream Deck, so all my buttons are saved, but like the plugins for using the buttons weren't all saved, which is just going to take me 10-15 minutes off stream to go through and make sure I got all those. It's a word with 2 L's in it. That's what it is. Buns. The other side on that. Those aren't done, but we're done searing them for right now. Flames off on that pan right now. I'm gonna grab that red onion I mentioned earlier. Excuse me. And this is just a purple or a red carrot. I don't know if I even want to say that word, scramble. Okay, heat back on the stove. Got our oil in there still. Got the loveliness in there from the pork. Let's throw in some onions. Salt. Add in those carrots as well. Handful of cherries. Okay, a few more than a handful. Bit of garlic powder. Bit of ginger powder. Want to get some nice color, get all of those onions nice and getting some color. Not just beginning to get color, some actual color. That said, I'm also not going to completely caramelize them either. Oh, it wasn't like it wasn't making it hard on you. It was so close. The scramble looks like the finished word. All right, now that we got some decent color, a decent cook on these onions, along with this, everything else in there, gonna add in the rest of our chicken stock here. That quieted things right down. We're gonna turn the heat off on our potatoes because I think those are cooked through. And we're gonna add a bunch more wine over here. And finish off my coffee. Oh, dad joke. Wait for that liquid to come up back to a boil. Work on making our rest of our stuff for dinner tonight. Make our dessert. Let's get this large cast iron off the stove. Everyone in here now. Buns, Cosmic, Zahara. Buns. By the way, Buns, past should work again now. Maybe, hopefully. And by 300, I meant the slideshow being the slideshow that shows up over there. If you do it. Did that work? Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? Oh, because whatever, it didn't save. Lovely. doesn't seem to be working. Yeah. Stuff's still a miss here since the reformat. Oh well. Turn that fan on again. We're creating steam over here. Giving myself a steam bath. I'm going to start our recipe for our dessert with wine. Measured that perfectly, chat. Absolutely perfect measurement by me tonight. It's exactly the amount I needed in there. I'm not lying about that. That's exactly, I needed 3/4 of a cup. That was 1.5 of these. The funny part to that is that I in no way measured these two. Oh, there's even more cream in this. Okay. Good to know I can make that noise. That sounded like a bell. So getting a bunch of cream and wine happy together. Start adding a bunch of eggs here. Making sure not to touch the pork with the eggs. little vanilla. You got any chemical leaveners here? No. Nope. Yeah, we can add some booze other than the wine. They got Kirsch in here, which is a cherry wine, but I'm not going to use cherry wine. I am thinking of using that one company that I don't want to promote because they're still working in Russia, but I'm still going to use because I have it and it's cheap. So I'm definitely not selling you what that is. Well, just know it's orange liqueur. How we looking over here, sauce? Still looking sexy. Awesome. Start preheating our oven. And flour. And I'm sifting for minimal lumpage of flour in our batter. People have different techniques for how to do this. I think it's sort of silly that you're gonna, one way or the other, you're gonna do it. Just work the lumps out of it. Give it some time to rest. Whether it's pancake batter or most of what this is doing is just saving me from having to try and break those down with a whisk. The rest of this is still going to do pretty much what it wants in the bowl, even though I'm trying to mix it all up in between incorporations. Lots of red and purple tonight. Should be more red and brown, but And then I'm gonna slightly cheat on my coloring because I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have any food coloring. I'm gonna use colored sugar to help dye this, get us a little closer to that red wine color. Little salt less thing going in there. And put the pork back in with the sauce. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. So don't smoke salvia, kids. It's bad for your brain. It's really bad stuff. Like, you gonna do a drug, do a drug. That's fun. That's just, ugh. Have never tried, have no real interest in trying, especially after seeing like gardening on and other things like people freaking out and jumping through glass, and just it's just not one that you need in your life. I mean, if your doctor says otherwise, listen to your doctor, but... You're kidding me, Recipe. You didn't do that to me, did you? No, it's in that part of the recipe, too. Huh. That doesn't make much sense in recipe. Next step here is getting some butter dirty. Yep, that's right where I wanted you. Old Parmesan rind I was saving to throw in a sauce or something like that, but it's been sitting there long enough that it's petrified. Painting with butter. I have to say, chat, there is something slightly soothing the whole doing stream without being able to hear stuff. Follow me, cameras. Why aren't you following me, camera? There we go. There we go. No, you can follow me too. Yeah. Got everything working tonight. Got the overview working tonight. Got angle view going. Nice full bottom there. Pack it tight. Almost that whole thing. Between the sauce and the... Oven's up the temp, so let's go ahead and pour this and get going with our dessert here. Now, since there's air, some of them came up to the top. Just gonna have to assume that they're gonna bake down towards the bottom once they cook through. Oven's at 350. Yeah, we're just gonna throw this in. Yep, we're already over there. And that's gonna be cooking for a bit, chat. In fact, everything here but the potatoes are going to be cooking for a while, chat. Anyone want a cherry? I got a couple extra. Not too shabby. A little tart for me. A little tart. But awfully sweet. I mean, they're getting there. There's definitely sweetness there. It's just not sugar bomb. So I guess we can strain the potatoes and get them set up with their final setup. So we got our cooked potatoes, but not finished cooked potatoes. Oh, you don't want to show up for me? Why don't you want to show up for me? There we go. Still looks distorted. I'm not sure what it is about that view. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. Sit here and struggle with this again because I'm using the wrong wine key. Chat, what do you think? Should I leave it like this view or should I add a top view to this one so you can see both the side and the top? Should I maybe add this as a small one in the normal top-down view? Would like to know what you're thinking. Yay, Cosmic. You have any great Poupon? So we'll let that simmer all together, let the butter melt and melt together with the wine. The wine will soak into the potatoes a little bit, give them a little color on top of the, because cooking them, they went from that nice red color to a bit more brown. So give them a bit more time back here. Oh, we'll also hit these with a bit more salt. Pepper. MSG. Freeze-dried thyme. I guess I can pour myself a glass now. Nice dark plummy purple. Burgundy colored. Thank you for the follow. And please ignore my dirty glass. Nice nose to it. Nice and ripe, fresh, fruity. None of those notes that I always say that I love about wine, though. You know, those deeper, darker, funkier notes. You're not gonna find that too much in Pinot, though. Pinot's pretty, you know, innocent grape. Ooh, I'm loving what that French oak did to that, though. I like me some French oak. I like just about anything that's aged in French oak. Like, speaking of French oak, what do I have in my cabinet right now? Oh, hey. French oaked. I mean, it's not traditional for bourbon. It's tasty, though. And that goes for all wine, red wine, white wine. I want French oak. Not 100% what all the difference is when it comes to the different woods. I mean, the vast majority of the time that I see American oak used in things, this like bourbon barrels, they royally. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. We're not leaving. We're still here, chat. But American oak, it's just always a heavy char. It's always, yeah, it's always giving it that little bit more charcoal harshness. I mean, charcoal typically mellows things out, but it doesn't always. What's cooking? Everything's cooking right now. That's why we're hanging out. We got pork over here on the stove, hanging out with some wine, some pork, some chicken stock, some veggie, some mirepoix. We got purple cabbage braising with a pork hock, with a ham hock in there. This probably needs about another hour in here. We should add some more water in with this though too. Counteract a little of that evaporation. And in the back there we have some red skin potatoes that are already boiled, and now they're hanging out with some butter and wine and mustard. And I'll give those a turn at some point. In the oven, we've got a cherry, I can't say that word. But upside down cherry cake in the oven, essentially. until then, I'm just chilling with a little Burgundy wine, because that's tonight's theme. We have the theme cooking with color this week, and so I decided to pick individual colors for the 3 days of this week that I'm doing streams. And so we did plum. Tonight's gonna be burgundy, and Tuesday's gonna be yellow. And Wednesday we get the ingredient challenge, like always. You got the vote going in Discord for that. What is that? What do we have this week for challenge? I've already forgotten. Ooh, it looks like we probably have a winner already too. We have gnocchi versus honeydew. Looking like gnocchi is gonna be the choice for Wednesday. And for those new into the chat, we do dinner and dessert using the ingredients in the ingredient challenge. So I'm gonna have to somehow turn gnocchi into dessert. But I think we're set to chill here for another 15, 20, and so I think I am going to take a bit of an AFK and set you up with some old school commercials. Be back in a little bit, chat. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight.
Now, class, Mr. Tiger will show us how Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes cereal starts out.
Is a flake real?
It's a cornfield. Kellogg's toast corn into golden flakes and adds a secret frosting. Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your good breakfast and tastes.
I know, great! Sit down to breakfast with Tony, and you'll discover why it's great.
Mr. Tiger, you're wonderful.
Oh, shucks.
I'm a guitar and I have strings. I like to play while someone sings. Hi, gang. Do you recognize this mouse guitar? It's just like the one the Mouseketeers gave me. And now Mattel Toy Makers, the people who made my mouse guitar, have a big surprise for you. You can have your very own mouse guitar just like mine. And look, I wrote out all the instructions so you can learn to play the songs we play on the show. Remember, gang, you can now get the mouse guitar wherever toys are sold for only $4. Hey, I almost forgot. Be sure to see the Mouseketeer Junior, too. Just turn the crank and it plays the Mouseketeer theme song. The Mouseketeer Junior is only $1.80. Be sure to look for this label, gang. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Now, at your favorite grocery store, the most amazing food wrap ever developed, Saran Wrap.
Have you tried Saran Wrap? It really is amazing. Saran Wrap is crystal clear plastic. It keeps everything you wrap in plain sight. And look, Saran Wrap clings like magic. It makes a neat package of anything you wrap, without strings or tape or rubber bands. Foods stay fresh far longer and taste better, too, because the flavor is locked in. Now you can prepare sandwiches for picnics and lunch boxes ahead of time and be sure they'll stay fresh and tasty. You see, Saran Wrap is a wonderful time saver as well as a food saver. Prove it in your own kitchen. Buy a roll of Saran Wrap today and you won't be without it again.
Get Saran Wrap at your grocer's. Saran Wrap is a product of the Dow Chemical Company.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Right alone, the San Francisco treat. Right alone, everybody's got to be. Started out where cable cars play this song.
Now try it at home before very long.
Right alone, the San Francisco treat.
From San Francisco, famous for food, comes Rice-A-Roni, the exciting new side dish. Here at last is a welcome a change from potatoes. Now you can serve Rice-A-Roni, a delicious side dish with meat, chicken, or fish. And you make Rice-A-Roni in minutes. Everything's right in the box. A packet of soup base, rice, and vermicelli that you brown in butter. Add the special herb-flavored broth, and in minutes, Rice-A-Roni. Fluffy, fragrant. A wonderful change from potatoes.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Morris, America's finest cigarette, presents the Lucille Ball Desi Arnaz show, I Love Lucy. Good evening, and welcome. In a moment, we'll look in on Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, but before we do, may I ask a very personal question? The question is simply this. Do you inhale? Well, I do, and chances are you do too. And because you inhale, you're better off, much better off, smoking Philip Morris. And for good reason. You see, Philip Morris is the one cigarette proved definitely less irritating, definitely milder than any other leading brand. That's why, when you inhale, you're better off smoking Philip Morris. Later in the show, you'll see how you can prove that fact to yourself. But right now, why not light up a Philip Morris and enjoy America's finest cigarette as we watch Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in I Love Lucy.
Hey, new Kellogg's Okays. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new Okays, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, hey, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new Okays? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi. But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's Okays around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new Okays. For Kellogg's new Okays are crispier... Cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new Okays.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for framing.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
You are now looking at a slice of bread being spread with creamy-style Skippy peanut butter, as only Mary Ellen can spread it there. All right, now, as you look at that, don't want you to leave me, because I want to show you something, believe it or not, that a lot of people like even better. Suppose we were to take some fresh roasted peanuts here, and like Mary Ellen has been doing all evening, and putting them in a nut chopper here. Give a couple more little chugs, will you, please? Mm-hmm. I think that'll do it just fine. Now you find in there some just tiny little golden nuggets of roasted peanuts, and they are colossal. Now, I want to try something here. Suppose we were to take these, now let me try an experiment, do you mind, honey? And we'd sprinkle them over the creamy-style Skippy. Say, how is that, huh?
Ooh, that looks good.
It does look good. All I did that for was to tell you that you can get that and enjoy it anytime you want. You won't have to go through any chopping process either, because the Skippy people do that for you in chunk style. That's done for you up in the factory. Now, chunk style, you see, has sprinkled all through it very generously through the entire jar those golden little nuggets that you saw there, just about like that. So that's already done for you there. Now, of course, either style, whether it's cream or chunky, if you get Skippy, you are getting the peanut butter that stays fresh right down to the last spoonful in the jar. And so I make it very simple again. I want you to know that this is an honest fact.
If you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
Yes, sir. If you want real entertainment, the best place to find it is in front of a General Electric Black Daylight big-as-life television set. Sports, comedy, drama, news, music. Yes, they're all yours, merely at the turn of a dial. This model has a big 16-inch black rectangular tube that lets you see everything that the camera sees, true to life and as big as life. Sparkling contrast and sharp focus give you pictures of such clarity that you feel you're right there on the scene. The cabinet, designed and constructed by America's leading cabinet makers, fits gracefully into any type of room. Genuine mahogany veneers, hand-rubbed for lasting beauty and durability, are just one example of the painstaking attention to every detail, which makes this cabinet one that you'll be proud to have in your home. The precision engineering and careful assembly techniques used in making this General Electric Black Daylight television set are your assurance of television at its finest. See it in operation at your General Electric dealers tomorrow. And when you see it, well, you'll know that you're seeing the best.
Better buy Bird's Eye.
Yes, always look for this Bird's Eye Bird, your guarantee of top quality frozen food. And your big Bird's Eye buy this week is Bird's Eye Orange Juice. Easy, you can serve it in a minute. Thrifty, it will save you money. Orchard fresh and delicious.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Wow. Say, you gals think you're lucky you can get Swanson TV turkey dinners, but I say Swanson TV turkey dinners are a bigger break for husbands. Now, you take me. I can be early, I can be late, I can bring pals to dinner anytime I please, and get this, my wife never panics. She just takes Swanson TV turkey dinners from the freezing compartment of our refrigerator when I'm a little off schedule.
Oh, and right you are, Jack. And that is because Mary Lou knows that she can have a swell dinner ready in just 25 minutes.
Right.
And talk about easy. Well, she just pops Swanson TV turkey dinners in a hot oven. You know, they're oven-ready in individual heat-and-serve trays. With Swanson TV turkey dinners, you just heat and you serve big and hearty slices of moist, tender Swanson turkey with grand giblet gravy and special cornbread dressing and fluffy whipped sweet potatoes with golden Swanson butter and garden fresh peas with more butter.
Mother Murphy, lucky me. My wife uses Swanson TV turkey dinners. And make your husband lucky, too. Get Swanson TV turkey dinners, Swanson TV fried chicken dinners, Swanson TV beef dinners from your grocer's big freezer.
If you're still...
All right. We'll be back. We'll be back. I am going to pull this ham hock off and see if we can't get some meat off of this thing. This obviously can cook a bit longer. You definitely want to cook these about 2 hours at least if you want to break down all the cartilage here. I'm just going to try and break a little of the meat out of this, which we're working on the wrong side of this for that. I'm just working my way around the bone. You'd be surprised how many things have hawk meat in them. The flavor in this is just ridiculously awesome. It's just, they take forever to cook. And there's a ton of connective tissue. It's generally something that, you know, the home cook is not going to want to bother with. And really the only reason I'm bothering with it, throw a little meat in with my cabbage. There's not even much meat on this one. That's all knee connective stuff. That's all good flavor, but it's not gonna be very meaty. But if you ever buy like those packaged pre-cooked meats, like there's some ones that are flavored with, I think there's some Jack Daniel ones. I think there's a couple of different restaurants that do them. A lot of those actually have hawk meat in them because it's just hugely flavorful, but at the same time, no one wants to cook it. I'm just seeing if there's anything in here worth worrying about. That's bone right there. That's not all worth worrying about. I guess this is the only thing I got to worry about here. I don't even really want that part. I guess none of this is really useful. Well, let's toss all that out. No meat at all on that hawk. That's actually the first time I think I've had that, where there wasn't like anything there. It was all, I mean, it's gonna give great flavor to those greens, but I say greens, but they're purple. It's gonna give great flavor to those purples. To these. While we were in commercials or AFK, I went ahead and flipped all of the pork. So that's the side that's been simmering in the wine. Got all that nice, beautiful color to it. And I did the same with the potatoes, so the potatoes got a little bit more color to them on that side. That was what I was waiting for. Let's take a look at this and see if this needs more time. Or if this is already ready. Ooh, I'm gonna give that a little more time. I'm gonna give that a whole nother 10 minutes. Can you see that on the overview? You can sort of see it. And the camera's blocking it, but I refilled my hummingbird feeder. So now I got visitors at my hummingbird feeder out there. This is like the prime time for that. Like early, actually, we're already too dark. But right when it starts turning, right when we start hitting sunset, they'll just flood the feeders. What do you think, Chet? We got a winner or for dinner tonight, or? Oh yeah, they do that to me too. It's been a while since I've been up proper maintenance on my feeders, so they haven't been. But yeah, if in the past when I was regularly doing my feeders and keeping them up regularly and being proper about it, they start getting low, and yeah, they would like buzz the window. They would like, hey, look, you need to refill this. Wake up, It's sort of funny, yeah. It's sort of amazing how smart they are for, how small of a little. I mean, their brain is smaller than that. And it's really sort of awesome. I get them year round here if I have feeders up. And there's actually a couple, like there's an orange variety that will come through here that is really, I don't like them. They like decide a feeder is theirs and will sit there and fight off everyone else and like, no, it's mine. They'll attack anyone else at it. For the most part, like I think they're Anna's hummingbirds, but the vast majority of them are cool. They'll just hang out. Like, I have a video from a couple of years past with a 4-feeder with 4 birds at all 4 feeders, and another 1 or 2 flying around waiting for one of them to open up. And yeah, they're awesome. I mean, if you've got the patience, if you want to sit out there, they actually sell them on like Amazon and stuff like that. Little handheld feeders that if you want to sit out there for several hours and get them to trust you, and you can sit a feeder in your hand and have them feed out of your hand. I've never tried it myself. There's all sorts of videos of it though. My problem is spiders. My problem has always been spiders in this home. It's been better now that things have been warmer. Now that global warming's, making summers 90 degrees in the San Francisco Bay. But yeah, I have one tree that in fall time-ish, I've seen completely just clogged with cobwebs. I do not like. I get those black spiders with violins in red on them around here. There's one in my. They infest my storage cabinet outside. I've seen them inside my house at times. They're pretty much anywhere you don't touch for like 6 months. I'm not looking when I eventually move out of here. I am not looking forward to getting through that storage container. I'm not dealing with it now until then. That's just staying there until I'm ready to move. I've got easy up tents. I've got ladders. I've got a couple of speed racks for kitchens. I've got all my gardening stuff. I've got a couple of tires and an old motor that I don't know why I kept from when I was running my business. I don't know why I kept those. But I'm gonna have to go through all of that at some point. And yeah, I actually threw down a giant, I had a giant area rug that I didn't want when I moved here, that I didn't want to put in my house. It was sort of I think it was out on my deck. I had a giant outdoor deck before I moved to this place, and I think that I had it out there, and I think I didn't want to move it into my house, even though it was obviously in storage with everything else in my house up here. Anyways, so I put that on the bottom of my storage space. I'm sure that's been torn up. I'm not pulling that up. Looking forward to that. Because the other thing besides lots of spiders is we have lots of some form of rodent outside that likes to tunnel. Whether it's voles, whether it's mice, whether it's rats, whether... They've gotten into my truck. They've eaten up the wiring in my truck. In fact, I don't even want, because of what's happened with my truck, I'm on the edge of, I should sell my truck and get a new truck. I know the market right now is absolutely horrible for doing that, and that's one of my incentives for not doing so. the other incentive is that I don't want to buy something new and put it right here on this same lot and have something else eat into it again. Yep. Well, I happen to have one of those lovely Fords, one of those lovely Ford trucks with the wire coatings that are made, that are soy based, that were apparently cheaper for them to make, but apparently rodents love to eat the coating. Yeah, Cosmic, you're getting to live through all those lovely things that I'm dreading when it comes to my moving. Yep. That's the auto industry for you, though. You know, whatever's cheapest, you know. Maintenance, who cares about that? You know, we ain't gonna bother with that. Don't bother with recalls unless it's killing people. Which we don't even bother with that anymore. The stats, if you compare the those of you who are familiar with the Pinto, the lovely, like, there was all sorts of videos in the time of Pintos blowing up because they have a fuel tank towards the back, and actually they sort of studies and actual stuff that they've looked at since then have sort of said that it really wasn't that bad. And actually there was a news company that got in trouble for packing explosives in the fuel tank to make it go off for their news story. There was still less than half of mini fires in Pintos as there has been in Tesla Model S's, with the same amount produced, around 3 million produced. Tesla's well over 50 fire fatalities, and they did, I think it was 30 something according to government figures. That's looking more cooked. I still want to give that a little bit longer. And give it another 5 minutes. Awesome, Cosmic. I'm glad it's going well for you. Yeah, the Tide, yeah. It just boggles my mind that our government just allows companies to just keep, like, the oversight has gotten less and less and less. They're talking about going after Amazon now. Amazon's just going to probably do what Google did and start separating themselves off and say, we developed this ourselves in this one section of this company. Hey, Wizzy. Have a cherry. Actually, it's more like we're back with JT and waiting for stuff to come out of the oven. Ooh. That's a rough one, Wizzy. Yay, Cosmic. You want to see what's in the oven? There's cherries in the oven. We got another little more than 2.5 minutes until I show you what's in the oven. I think I'm most excited for the potatoes in tonight's dinner. Mmm. Did they find the cat? Is the music still playing? I can't even tell tonight. I'm not hearing anything tonight, chat. It's been... Yeah, it's been sort of, weird not being able to, like, I don't have my earbud in because it wasn't getting any of my monitor on my earbud tonight. Normally I can hear everything, including myself, what's going on in the stream, but I don't hear anything tonight. I feel left out. It's a little like leaving your cell phone at home. Uh-oh. I think it's that reveal time. I'm gonna show chat what's in my oven. Chat, you want to see what's in my oven? Because I'm gonna show it to you. Someone's got S tier emotes. Awesome. I'm actually still slightly worried this is still slightly... Well, I think we're okay. It's a little worried the center of this wasn't done. Like, this is now a relatively even color. About... I gave this about 10 minutes beyond the recipe's max. I gave this quite a bit of a cook, chat. And that's because it looked... You could see the color gradation. It looked like it wasn't cooked. And now we're looking and feeling like we're cooked in the center here. So I think we're okay. I also drank a whole glass of wine during that AFK, by the way, chat. So, yeah. Not nearly as much a party as last night. Last night was a party. I got frustrated trying to reformat the computer. I got all sorts of stuff done, but I was no way finished or ready for today. And I was just done. I was like, screw it, I'm drinking. Poured myself a Glencairn of Maker's Mark and took that out before walking out. I was going to go and see a movie, but I didn't get out of the house in time, and so by the time I had walked over to the movie theater, it was almost 10 minutes late to the movie, and I said, nah, we're not going to do that. And so I just went over a brewery and brew pub and kept drinking. I've been on the edge about wanting to go and see Oppenheimer. Like, I'm certain the movie and the sci-fi, the effects I want to see, like, that's what's drawing me to want to go and see this. Like, I want to see movie theater nuclear explosion. Not so happy about the idea of watching the whole McCarthyism takedown afterward later in his life. Which I don't know how much is covered in the movie. I assume it is covered in the movie. It wouldn't matter, even modern day miniatures. I don't even know how he did it. It wouldn't matter. Modern day tech, I would want to see it. And I would be probably more interested in the average person in the whole story. I mean, I've read quite a bit about that stuff, and I've delved heavily into the YouTube nuclear area over the years. Alright, I think it's time to plate up dinner. We got this loveliness. We'll see if this comes out of the pan or not a little bit later. Actually, let's do a quick photo of this first. Yeah, the director sort of helps the whole thing too. He's someone who's delivered before on a same sort of situation, same sort of film. I would say that I have seen Tenet, but I haven't seen it properly. We'll just turn that on for a little bit here. As I was saying, chat, I went through and redid the slideshow that's over there. I just turned on. There is now over 300 images in that slideshow that plays at the beginning of the stream, and whenever we have new followers, new people in chat, that sort of a thing. And so there is all sorts of photos in there. I don't know if you've seen them in the past. I don't know what's in there compared to what's in there today. There's all sorts of stuff in there now. Do I post recipes? Very rarely. Very, very, very rarely. And I didn't measure some things in this. That said, very, 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 very loosely. That's what I followed tonight, and I just got there from a Google search. I have no idea. I haven't been to that website before. I have no idea if their stuff is amazing or not. With baking, well, to a certain degree, yeah. But a certain degree, like, I have no idea what size cast iron pan she actually originally used for this. And I know that the recipe that's listed there said 2 cups of cherries. I used more than 2 cups of cherries in there. Like, I filled up my pan to the point that it wouldn't fit anymore, a full solid layer on the bottom of it. And with baking is more, you have to abide by at least ratios of leaveners to starches to, yeah. You have to be a bit more scientific about it, but you can also, if you know the rules, as you know, it's a little like the Matrix. If you know the rules, you can bend them. Let's see what we get when we pull out some of this here. Of course, you can make some whipped cream to go along with this, or pull out the Cool Whip, or Cool Whip, Cool Whip, Cool Whip. That stuff. But I'm gonna go with that just like that. I will say that this is a little bit more eggy than my typical thing. Like, you look at the edge of this, or the parts of this that, like, this isn't very cakey. It's very eggy. It's very very omelet like. Well, very omelet, very souffle, it's eggs have a very defined structure. They don't typically give you a ton of bubbles while they do leaven. They're typically very small with the bubbles that they do create. Oh well, I guess I'll use these. We got our pork with our sauce reduction. We got our cabbage down hidden below. Got all these lovely potatoes that were done with butter and wine to finish. We'll hit those with a little bit of salt to finish here. We'll serve that with our actual Burgundy wine. I think we got a bunch of colors of Burgundy here. And so there we have our Burgundy dinner chat. Want to tell everyone thank you for joining in with me tonight. Greatly appreciated hanging out with all of you. Thank you for the subs, the resubs, all that loveliness. And the follows. We got a couple of follows tonight too. Let's see who's out there on Twitch tonight. Wow, I guess we went sort of late, or he's up on early. I know where I'm sending everyone off to tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining in with me tonight. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I enjoyed chatting with you. I'm going to send all of you off to go hang out with very handsome Billy. I hang out in his chat all the time. He streams pretty much every night. He's back to streaming every night. He's taking breaks on and off, but basically he streams every night. It creates all sorts of fun songs. Normally he's mixing up a couple of songs at once all together. So I hope you enjoy hanging out with him. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I hope to see you all back on Tuesday for Cooking with Color Yellow. We got the ingredient challenge, and yeah. So, hope to see you all back. Have a great night, everyone. Good night.